Maybe you followed him because of this movie. Maybe it's because of this photo. I directly saw his true existence. That sparked interest. Or maybe you are like me. In elementary school, I accidentally, in the book corner, I was flipping through a science magazine. I became very curious about him. This video. Let's find out. Black hole. So let's start with the simplest idea of a black hole. Step by step into a real black hole. Newton discovered the law of universal gravitation, and he explained why. Everyone on Earth thinks they are. Head up, feet down. It also explains why the moon doesn't fall to the ground. Each of us has received, from the attraction of the Earth. But this attraction, it's not that powerful. We just need to push our feet hard. Hey, you can jump up. A brief confrontation with gravity. The higher the takeoff speed, we can jump higher. The longer it stays in the air. Newton figured it out. If we reach a takeoff speed of 7.9 kilometers per second, then we'll never be transferred back to Earth. We will become a satellite of the Earth, circling the Earth, like the moon. And this 7.9 kilometers per second, it is called the first cosmic velocity, also called surround speed, is to launch from the surface of the Earth, become a satellite orbiting the Earth. The minimum speed required, in theory, any planet has its own orbital speed, is only related to two things. That's the mass and size of the planet. It has nothing to do with how heavy we are. The Sun has more mass and volume than the Earth. Much bigger. The Sun is orbiting at 220 kilometers per second. That knowledge, humans have been around since the time of Newton. Make it clear. About 200 years ago, there was a man named astrophysicist in Laplace, and he had an idea one day. If one day it's going around faster than the speed of light, then isn't it Lian Guang? Can't escape from this celestial body. Isn't this celestial body completely black? He figures it out. If the radius of the Sun is reduced to only 3 kilometers, and that would mean 1,000,000 times smaller volume, he would be such a dead star. It's using ideas like Laplace's to understand black holes. Is the simplest way. It's something that most people understand. But that's not really how we think about black holes. Well, after listening to me for so long, it's not correct. You must be disappointed. But don't go. I'm going to tell you about some high-end goods next. After Laplace, time flies. In a flash, more than 100 years have passed. The year is 1915. Einstein put man's understanding of the universe to a state far beyond Newton. He told us the attractive force is just a manifestation of the curvature of space-time. Newton's gravity, it just bends space-time, an approximate formula of essence. If the radius of the Sun It's really shrunk to only 3 kilometers. Then the universal gravitation formula doesn't apply. To really spend time, space motion, an attractive force to understand the relationship between these things, then you must use a super brain-burning process. This is Einstein's long equation, Einstein's theory, the famous theory of relativity. In 1915, during the First World War, on the front lines of the war between Germany and Russia, there was a young German artillery in command. His name was Schwarz, and he saw Einstein after that super brain-burning process. Instinctively fell in love with him. When other physicists, while still questioning the equation, Schwarzschild has begun his silent calculation. It took him a long time. Finally found Einstein. A special section of the factory equation. He discovered an astonishing situation. Is this the case? That's not what Laplace found. The same place of work. Schwarzschild calculated it from the theory of relativity. If the sun is compressed to a radius of 3 kilometers, or compress the Earth to just 1, it's the size of a chocolate chip. This time, space-time at the center of the Earth or the sun will be bent to infinity. It's like space and time. Tie a knot in this place. Nothing able to escape from their surface. Even light is no exception. It's not because the speed of light is less than the speed of circumference. In fact, in this case, there's no such thing as speed around. But because space-time is curved into a deep place in this place. Deep hole. If you just fall in, you can't find the exit anymore. In fact, there is no exit at all. Later, scientists have put such a strange celestial object. It's called a black hole. So a black hole is not really a hole. Astronomically, it's a massive object. Black holes are the best known in our universe. Strange kind of celestial body. We will never see a black hole inside, because in that, time and space have been tied into a knot. It can also be said that time and space no longer exist. Black holes are like a vacuum cleaner in the universe, constantly devouring everything that comes close to it. And if you swallow it, you'll never run out again. Black holes are actually weirder than you might think. The so-called black hole. Small is just the size from the center to the boundary of a black hole. In that dark area, it's actually empty. Now, you might be wondering, where did the matter go? In fact, I said above, to compress the Earth to the size of a chocolate chip. Here's the thing. Once the Earth is crushed, shrinking to the size of a chocolate chip, no power can stopping the Earth from continuing to contract, leaving only a black shell. Maybe this time, some people will ask, then the matter on Earth, where did they all go? I just know. They're just going to keep shrinking. Never stop. What would happen if you asked me to tell you? Okay, I don't know. So don't ask. If you ask a scientist, they might answer you like this: oops. This substance, will eventually shrink into one. Very, very strange point. We call this the starting point. Hey, young people will understand when you grow up. Well, actually, I'm all grown up now. Still don't understand. That's why, when the black hole was first proposed, almost nobody believed it. There really are such strange celestial bodies in the universe. Then the famous physicist Hawking discovered with others, it seems that such a phenomenon appears in the universe. Strange celestial bodies are inevitable. With relativity, confirmed by experiment after experiment, it reinforces the belief of scientists. But the scientific spirit has a very important principle. That's an extraordinary claim. Extraordinary evidence is required. Black holes are obviously an extraordinary proposition. Then there must be extraordinary evidence to finally prove the existence of black holes. So astronomers began to work hard. Absolute effort, decades ago. Tom's authenticity has always been the greatest unsolved mystery until the 1970s. Astronomers generally guess. There's a strange day that I've been confused about in the past. The body is likely to be a black hole. This celestial body, it is about 6,000 light-years from Earth. It gives off very intense X-rays. At this time, some people may be surprised. I thought black holes don't emit light. How can there be a strong X-ray? See, it's because matter during the fall of the black hole, it would create a vortex around the black hole. It's called a suction pan. So X-rays don't come from black holes. It is the high-speed friction of the gas in the suction plate. Wiped out, these X-rays can be seen as the space between the existence of the black hole. Acceptance of evidence is not direct evidence. Shot in April 2017. The first black hole photo released in 2019. Its immediate significance. It's like humans unraveled a black hole for the first time. The veil of this special gift. This is 20 countries. The result of the collaboration of more than 200 scientists. To obtain this photo, it cost over $60 million. 8 sets will be distributed around the world. Radio telescope networking to form a plane equivalent to the diameter of the Earth. Caliber World Telescope. Shot for 5 days. The obtained data reaches 7 million set. These data, equivalent to the sum of the photos taken by 40,000 people in a lifetime. It took them 2 years to inflate. Just got him. Photographed black hole is in the Virgo cluster. Supermassive black hole at the center of galaxy M87. About 6.50 billion times the mass of the Sun. That's 55 million light-years away. Let's focus here. Ultraman is from M78 Lucky instead of M87. Fiatman's big trick M87 Ray because its temperature is 870,000 degrees. And the first and Jack Reese extraterrestrials. The light is 210,000 degrees. So there are some people, even very few scholars, still believe that black holes do not exist. But this photo gagged them. The existence of black holes has become irrefutable, a conclusive fact. It also further verified Einstein's general theory of relativity accurately predicts, shows Einstein the greatness of scientists like Schwarzschild. Let's work together for them. 3 in a row. Anyway, humans, now that the first black hole photo has been taken, that's the spring when we learn more about black holes. Will it be far?